Hello and welcome to another video tutorial of Tango Awareness. One of the reoccurring phenomenon that we see in our students is the deviation of natural stance. Now, the natural stance is where we are standing comfortably in ourselves. Our weight and our energy is equally divided in our body and falls along our axis within the middle of our feet, not forwardly inclined or projected into the metatarsus. Now, the nature of the embrace is inviting us, of course, towards inclination. And in this change of posture, we have to become aware of some elements which are inherent of this posture. What is happening when we incline forward? Our axis is shifting and inclining forward towards our partner. And we have 4 different consequences which are occurring at that moment. The first one is that you will need an extra power into your feet, into your toes, in order to maintain that position. A second consequence is that you will need a contraction of your posterior muscularity in order to maintain and anticipate this inclination. I'm talking about the cuffs, hamstrings, dorsal muscularity, and even shoulders. A third consequence is that we are projecting our energy towards the front of our body. So our energy comes to lay in front of our own axis. And a fourth consequence is that we are projecting our energy in the energy field of our partner. Now, these are 4 consequences. The resulting effects on our communication channel and our mechanisms of movement and dissociation are not to be underestimated. For the first 2, we'll see that the contractions within the toes and the feet and the contraction of posterior muscularity is compromising significantly the working of our axis and dissociation. Now, the working of an axis is the most functional if there is no friction or that the forces that are working on it are very little. Now, inclination means that we have to establish other forces or other mechanisms in order to guarantee the working of our axis and dissociation. As it comes to the third consequence, then we have the projection of our energy in the frontal part of our body. So not equally divided over the whole of our body, and compromises the movement of other directions other than forward, which will result always into delay of movement, and this is not very beneficial. The fourth consequence is generating always resistance, because we are projecting our energy into the energy field of our partner. So this will always feel like uncomfortable, or a movement which is not entirely finished or is not really felt out of liberty of movement. It is clear that if we are not aware of this posture, of this natural stance in which the axis and the weight falls in the middle of the foot and is maintained during our dancing, that it is generating always internal conflict within yourself and within the interaction of your partner, resulting in interference, pushing, pulling, and tearing on each other. and never working out of three dynamics which are communicating with each other. In Tango awareness, we became aware of all these elements, and these are also the elements that are present in highly advanced dancers. They became aware that the inclination needs an awareness of the own axis, of your own weight, of your basis, and how you use your energy. They project now their energy through their dissociation, through their axis, along their axis, which is now dissipating into movement and dissipating into the ground or the floor. We can teach right away from the first step these elements instead of having students stagnating for years, 5, 10 or even 15 years, without really realizing that these mechanisms are influencing the progression and the evolution of what they are looking for. So, if you liked this video, please subscribe and stay tuned for our other videos which are upcoming. Thank you.